What it is, YouTube? It's your boy Tokyo here. Today we are back at it again with another reaction video. Today's video is a little different. I ain't gonna cap. I never really got I don't think I already really talk about like these type of topics before. Like, most of the time, it's like mostly I just react to like SML and shit. But this is gonna be like a topic that's kind of like, you feel me, like a little bit. Gonna be a little bit touchy. I'll say that. You feel me? It's gonna be a little touchy, real quick. It's gonna be like a little touchy topic that is actually going around. That's actually is a real problem going around America. I ain't gonna cap. Like, I don't know. I feel like we should have been past this for about like pretty much about like the whole. You guys gonna see, because I haven't seen this yet. This is brand new. This is by Antonio Talks. This nigga's shit is actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I love this nigga's content. I'm not gonna cap, this nigga's content actually. I'll be listening to this nigga while I'm at work type shit. Like, his shit is actually really fucking good. I'm not gonna cap. It's very interesting. He actually talks about real problems that's going on in the world and shit. And like, I want to check this out with y'all for real. So we about to go ahead and check this out. If you guys like this type of video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and make sure you check out Anthony Talks, or I say Anthony, my bad, bro. I mean to fucking, I'll be fucking up a nigga's name, Antonio. Make sure y'all check out Antonio Talks. Links gonna be in the description down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out.
So there is a huge content creator by the name of Joe Bartolozzi. Millions on TikTok, millions on Twitch, millions on YouTube. This is a huge guy. Recently on Twitter though, a clip of him has been viral expressing his feelings about black people. So the post has over 10 million views. It's sitting at 100,000 likes. And his caption, Joe Bartolozzi goes off on people who say black people are more likely to commit crimes than white people. Just off that caption alone, you are a white boy. But nah, for real though, it's refreshing to see a straight white American male in 2026 that isn't a bigot. I gotta show respect to Joe for that. He has a huge platform and he could easily grift and be.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm bad for pausing so early, but Joe really is like one of those like type of people that I feel like he actually is really cool, like in real life type shit. Like, I feel like he don't really act like that. You feel me? Like, that's not an act. Like, that's actually him type shit. You feel me? So that's why I actually fuck with his content a whole lot, because it could be funny as fuck, but I ain't gonna care.
Faces and the edgy white teens will eat it up. But no, he got morals. But let's watch the video.
Do not commit more crimes than white people on a personality basis. If you're going to say statistically they do, that is only because of impoverished areas in the lives that they've been given because of the implications that have been put on them through, what is it called? Systemic racism. They've been given a shit hand and therefore live in that shit hand and are more likely to commit crimes if they're impoverished, living in areas where they have to survive.
It's that simple. It's literally that simple. I explain it all the time. Y'all know I tell y'all to always go back if you want the answer to things. Cause and effect. Trickle down economics. Although black America is as bad as they really like to portray it, it's really just the internet and the cherry picking that make it look worse than what it is. But we do have our problems, and those problems exist because of what black Americans have went through. I'm going to do a short synopsis. A lot of people say I say the same things over and over in my videos. Well, I get a lot of new viewers in my videos, so I tend to repeat things. So yeah, but anyway, the reason black America has the dysfunction that it has, let's go back to slavery. And in fact, it only ended, what, 200 something years ago? But anyway, slavery, that was 400 years of brutal, non-stop work. And in my opinion, it was an attempted genocide. And a lot of people love to downplay chattel slavery. No, this was something, man, what? But just the things we went through during slavery, the psychological problems, those things still can transfer over in 2026. It's called epigenetics. So we went through that. Then we were released in 1865. We were considered free, but not really free. We dealt with Jim Crow, segregation, the KKK, all types of unfair treatment. Then we could talk about things such as redlining, right? Where they literally mapped us off in certain areas so we couldn't have access to the better jobs, the better resources. They would run highways over certain areas. Then we could talk about the 1950s, like the 1960s, when a lot of black leaders started to realize, like, man, we got to do something about the problems we're dealing with. I highly recommend everybody read the autobiography of Malcolm X. And the things that this brother is talking about, he's dealing with in the 1960s, y'all, it's literally something that I see in 2026, right? I know I'm kind of going off topic. I love to rant, but in this book, it was a certain section he was talking about. And what happened was some black people did something dumb where a white woman was killed. And they immediately tried to just, put all the blame onto black people. But Malcolm X was like, well, y'all can't just point the finger, because the reason that they were even messed up in the first place is because of the conditions that you guys placed them under, right? And I look at that the same way in 2026. They love talking about YN culture, this and that. I don't approve any of this, but also these are the conditions that you guys harbor. You guys put the drugs in the neighborhood. You guys put
and like that is pretty fucking. That's true there, and like with that, and like I ain't gonna lie, after like seeing this nigga's like. After seeing this nigga's shit for a minute, watching this shit, and like actually listening to like what's going on, and like seeing how white people act towards black people is kind of crazy. Like after like I don't know 40 years or some shit, not even like what was like 60s, like shit, like yeah, it was like 50 years, some shit. You feel me? And like the fact that people still act like that, but not as much. It's kind of like it's like a watered down, but some aren't as watered down. Like there is like you got some people that be in your business, try to make sure that you ain't doing shit when you're really not doing shit. Then you got people that just don't give a fuck and will just let that shit out, don't care. Like Chug the Builder, nigga in jail. So like you have like I feel like you have like your certain like group of white people for real. Now I'm not gonna say that it's all white people that act like that, because I know white people that's actually pretty fucking cool. I know white people that's actually be chill around black people, and that's like majority of like white people that I've like interacted with. So I never really experienced like anything racism besides like playing the game or whatever the fuck. That's about it. I haven't really experienced like any racism in real life for real. Like probably I wouldn't even say like the time I got stopped by the police. I feel like that was because the nigga was black too, so I can't even say that. Like that wasn't really racially profiled. Like I think he was just looking for somebody for real. So yeah, I don't know. With that, I never really experienced like real life, like an actual angry white man mad at me because of the color, like the way I look. You feel me? Like I never really experienced that. So I'm not saying that shit isn't real, but I am gonna say like there is some people, at least like some white people out there that don't act like they don't have hate in their heart, I should say. I don't have hate towards another person because of the way they look for real. And I don't know. Like I'm really hope that this shit do end, because it's been too long, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's a long time, and like we're a new generation of people that have new mindsets, and it's like people are still dealing with that same old mindset, and it's like it makes me question like how long will this happen? You feel me? How long will racism be a thing? You know, like is it like will I be gone? Like will I be dead and this should be ended? Like like that makes you like really think on how people really are nowadays and how people were back in the day, because like if it's not that they already had that mindset, motherfuckers taught them to act like that. So it's really like really coming from a generational like time for real. Like coming from, like a generational down from this generation to where like the next kid is going to like a little kid is going to not like black people. You feel me? So I don't know. I feel like it's really just like a generational time to where like I ain't gonna say this shit's gonna be over anytime soon, but I do hope that it is gonna be over type of shit, because like this really has been going on for too long, and like it's getting kind of ridiculous at this point. You feel me? Because it's like you don't like someone just because of the way they look is fucking wild, bro. I don't understand that shit, for real. I honestly don't.
The weapons in the neighborhood. You did all of these things. So now in 2026, you're still getting.
I kind of got off topic. What I was about to say. But like, my actual thing is like how racist people are. These niggas act like they're scared, but like when you actually see how they act, they don't seem scared. They just seem like they want to control, or like not even. I wouldn't really say like put you in harm. Not yeah, I would say put you in harm's way if they have to. Like, because majority of the time they want to, but it's just law. You feel me? You can't really just go up and put your hands on a motherfucker just because you don't like them. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know. That shit just like it's weird, bro. All this shit is
The
weird.
bipartisan want to just put all the blame on us. No, y'all gotta take some blame too. But anyway, back in the 1960s, we had black power movements, okay? Black Panthers, Malcolm X, MLK, Fred Hampton, all of these type of groups and leaders tried to come up and basically guide the black community. Anytime we tried to organize and they saw something, they knocked them off. In fact, there is a whole program put in place just to disassemble black power movements. It's called COINTELPRO. After this, we had the chemical warfare, okay? That's heroin, that's crack cocaine. In fact, most of the parents of the YNs today are damn near crack babies. Think about it, the parents that were born in the late 1980s, a lot of them are crack babies. So maybe they didn't know how to raise their children right. Not making excuses, but hey man, we gotta look back. And I bring these things up because it's like y'all want to understand why black America is the way it is, or why black people are the way they are in America. Well, I'm trying to tell you, but if I bring these things up, y'all, they'll say I'm being a victim or I'm making excuses when I'm not doing any of that. I tell y'all all the time, but I lead by example. I am a young black man. I'm 24, no criminal record, graduated from high school with a 4-point-something GPA, got a full ride to college. I'm married, have 3 children, an active father. My kids upstairs sleep right now, and I consider myself to be a positive role model. Like, I live by a moral code and I promote that.
If you were to take a group of people and put them in an impoverished area, they're likely to commit more crimes because they have not been helped in the way that they need to be. But if you meet a black guy on the street and you say to his face, he's more likely to commit a crime than you're fucking racist. Yes.
Literally, y'all. Sorry to pause again
true.
already, Joe, but this is correct. Poverty has always had a correlation to crime. Always. You can go in any area of the world and you will see a link between poverty and high crime rate. Just go to some of these poor white areas in America. I mean, you see some of the same, it's mirror image. And let's just go off statistics. Based off the 2019 FBI data stats, the one they love to use for 1350, do y'all know that 69% of the crimes are done by white people? You know what I'm saying? So why is that not talked about?
The statistical fact you're going to throw is clouded by the idiocy of...
Hey, he got you there. I ain't gonna cap. Y'all talk about one thing, you gotta talk about the other. I ain't gonna cap. Like, I ain't gonna say it's only fair, but it's there, and you gotta talk about it. It's not like that. It's not don't exist. You feel me? Like, at least like when I be watching this niggas videos and like the shit that these people be saying on here, it's so blatantly obvious on like how they want it to be viewed. You feel me? Like, they want black people to be viewed as like a certain, like in a certain way so bad to where like they don't even care how, like, they don't even care what the fuck the next person is like, what the fuck their, like, the next person of their race is doing. You feel me? That's a better way of saying it. Like, you feel me? Like, that shit is like, it's so weird because like you so worried about this race is doing, you're not worried about what the fuck your race is doing. And like, he mentions the fact that majority of like stuff happening with kids and all that stuff is mostly towards white people. You feel me? Like, it's mostly towards white people and shit. Not saying that black people don't do that shit either, but majority of that crime is white people. You feel me? So it's like, you can't really ignore that and mention this but act like this don't exist. You feel me? Like, that's just like, that doesn't work like that. It can't work like that, you know?
yourself to not...
Like, especially like if you keep mentioning, oh, y'all doing this, y'all doing that, but y'all also doing this, y'all also doing that. Like, are y'all gonna talk about this? Or gonna talk about this issue too? No, you're just gonna keep on talking about black people? Okay, bet.
Recognize why that fact is in existence. Not because black people are genetically more likely to commit a crime. That's stupid.
So this is the most liked comment under this thread. It's by Asmon Gold. 40,000 likes. It's true that blacks experience systematic racism. They benefit from it. Blacks and other minority groups enjoy preferential treatment through DEI and affirmative action at the expense of white and Asian.
Why the fuck you listen to Asmon Gold, bro? This nigga just be saying shit, don't even know what he's talking about half the time, bro. Especially alright, bro, I ain't gonna cap. Half this nigga's takes just be so fucking stupid, bro. I'm not gonna cap.
Asian Americans. Socioeconomic conditions is a cope and everyone knows it. First off, DEI was started because black people weren't given the equal opportunities, right? So let me explain it to you. Say for instance, a black person is a candidate for a job. It's 5 or 6 individuals. It's 1 black dude, 4 white people, and an Asian. All of these individuals pretty much have the same credentials. They got a college degree, same work experience, around the same age. But the hiree is a white person. Even though the credentials are all the same, he's gonna pick a fellow white man. So DEI came around and was like, okay, let's make things a little more fair. That is all DEI is. DEI doesn't mean that you're less qualified and you get the job. It means that you're just given a better opportunity. But so many of these people, they're so stupid and they can't, I don't know what's wrong with them. And the fact that Asmon Gold said that socioeconomic conditions are a cope, this is the same guy that said this.
And this might be a controversial opinion. People might not like this opinion, but I do think that black people now are still experiencing ripple effects of Jim Crow, slavery, pre-civil rights era, and also other forms of segregation and discrimination. I think that there are ripple effects of that now. Let me give you one example. And if you agree with this, that's fine. If you don't agree with this, that's fine. There are almost no black people in America that have had more than 2 or 3 generations of people that were properly educated because of segregation. I think that growing up in a family that speaks proper English, that understands the English language, gives you a tremendous insurmountable advantage over people who don't. So that's one example.
So that was a couple of months ago, and maybe his audience didn't like that take, so he had to get back to grifting and just being racist and not having nuance. Because what he said is right.
Bro, and it's like, they know what the fuck they be talking about, but half the time, like, that's a good take that Asmon Gold made. But bro, it's like, they get scared on what the next person thinks, or like, be like, I don't know what the fuck these niggas comments be, but it feel like they be so like afraid of like actually giving out actual truths, but like people just don't want to hear it because oh no, you just making up excuses for motherfuckers, like, or some shit like that. And it's like, no, that's literally what the fuck happened. It's literally what is happening right now, bro. Like, shit like that has causes, has effects, and whether or not the next baby who is just born 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, they're going to have some type of effect of that. You feel me? They're going to have some type, whether their parents are going to tell them, whether a random person is going to tell them, someone in this world is going to show them that they're just another nigga, bro. Whether that's a white person, that's, you feel me? Like, motherfuckers are so cruel nowadays. Like, they don't give a fuck. You feel me? And it's not everybody, but it is a majority of motherfuckers out there that's going to not give a fuck about your son, about your daughter, about just because of the way they look, bro. That's just how that shit's gonna be. But at the same time, I don't know, because like I said, I never really experienced that type of shit. Because I grew up kind of somewhat in like a majority black type of environment, but there is some white people here type shit, you feel me? So I don't know. It's like, I guess it's just, for me, right place, right time for real, because I haven't really experienced anything. Like, I haven't really got, like, followed around the store, nothing like that, because most of the time I don't really be doing shit. So I don't know. I haven't really experienced that type of shit to where, like, motherfucker would, like, do some shit like that with me. Now, I have known people who have experienced that type of shit. My friend, he got fucked over by a white woman because she thought he had stole a bag of chips, and he got charged for that shit. And it's unfair, yeah, but that's what motherfuckers do when they don't know how to mind their fucking business, bro. A regular, this nigga's 14 at the time, bro. Bought a whole bag of chips from another store and went to another store. Mind you, he has a bag from a completely different store, bro. This bag's not the same bag that they have there. So I don't even know if there was the chips that they sold there. I don't even know they sold them chips either. So that shit is real, bro. So I'm not gonna sit here and act naive and act like this shit is not real, bro. This is a real issue that America has, and one day we gotta literally sit here, everybody, the higher ups, whoever the fuck, have to really sit here and be like, okay, we actually have to do something about this shit, because at the end of the day, like he said, racism brings everybody down. It doesn't just bring out one race. It doesn't bring down one group of people, bro. It brings down everybody. Because as much as you hate and despise or just don't respect a group of people, you put down these laws that's gonna fuck them over, it's gonna fuck you over at the end of the day.
Slavery, all this stuff have ripple effects. So man, he just pretty much exposed his whole theory right there. But if you guys want to see a full video debunking that whole thread that Asmongold said, go check out Birdman video. It's right here, man. He did a great job at dismantling a lot of this bullshit. Now this right here is the second highest like comment. It's made by a Korean. I tell you, a lot of these Eastern Asians, they see themselves as white too, and they reap the benefits of white supremacy. He says wealthy blacks commit more crimes than poor whites. It has over 19,000 likes, and its evidence for this is a chart from 2010. They can't even find something new. The sons of black families from the top 1% had the same chance of being incarcerated on a given day as the sons of white families earning $36,000. Him showing this chart is not the gotcha moment that he thinks, because it actually proves that rich nigga, poor nigga, dark nigga, light nigga, fat nigga, skinny nigga, you still a nigga to these police and these white supremacist organizations. If y'all didn't know, man, black people are profiled at the highest rates of any group of people. Yes, and let me give you some evidence to support this. Black people make up 54% of all exonerations, despite only being 13% of the population. And this is the third like comment. Finally, we got some sensible things. Let me fix this. Poor people are more likely to commit crimes. Middle class people are less likely to commit crimes. Rich people are more likely to get away with committing crime. Like it or not, this is common within every nation. It's also an education issue. The system was created to make sure that the lowest class aren't able to escape this reality. That brother is cooking. Even to add on to this, capitalism. Capitalism needs a low class of people to function right. So it's like, bro, I need
a soundboard. I ain't gonna cap it. That nigga cooking, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
Get down. You know what I'm saying? I'm dismantling all this shit. People gonna look at this video, the racist people, and still be like, oh, you're a victim. You're this and that, man. It's a lose-lose situation. But I explain these things to all of my viewers that want to know, so that when you run into these type of people, you know how to hold your ground and fight back against the bullshit narrative that they try to put out there. Now this thread is just full of racism. Pretty much everybody in the comment is just being like, oh, this dude's an idiot, black people are this and that. But what you gotta understand is that, man, most of these white people in this thread have never had any interaction with black people. Their whole ideology is off of false stats and cherry pick videos that they keep engaging with. The way social media works is, if you see a black fatigue video, you're gonna keep getting fed that. That is why they do so good on YouTube. It's like, man, none of these people can ever tell you a first-hand experience that they have with black people, but they have black fatigue. They're gonna be like, oh, I saw this video, oh, I saw that video, oh, I did this. And it's like, bro, and just to even dismantle the theory that black people are inherently more violent, or they're inherently this or inherently that, no, black people are just a product of their environment. This is the same reason why we see whitewashed black kids. For example, right, this is a video of a woman saying, asking my suburban kid to square up.
Yes?
Square up. Square up.
Square up?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What you think it means, square up? Okay, well, do what you think square up means. Like, get up and do what you think it means. If I tell you square up, what you think you're supposed to do?
Well, let's square. Then you better go up.
Man, I can find countless videos like that of suburban kids. Hell, I can go outside right now in my neighborhood, in the suburb. Majority black, by the way. But like I keep stating, these people don't have interactions with black people. They see black fatigue videos online all day, and this molds their perception of us. That's it for this video, though. I hope you guys enjoy.
Nah, that's a good ass video, bro. I ain't gonna cap, dog. But nah, this nigga right though. I ain't gonna cap. Like that shit, it's crazy, bro. And it's so wild how like motherfuckers like just choose to ignore like the actual facts of shit instead of like, you know, like actually giving out actual real information. They just want to go ahead and be like, oh no, all black people are bad. It's facts. All black people are bad. Y'all are all bad. Every single one of y'all. Like, no, that's not true, bro. Like, you see the stats, you see all that shit. The majority of that time, hell, it's just a nigga that had a bad day and wanted to arrest a motherfucker because he had a bad day. That's pretty much it. And he's black too. Oh yeah, it's like what? Like that's that's the majority of how it was, I guess, like back in the day or some shit. I don't fucking know. I haven't got arrested, so I can't say shit. Luckily. But anyways, guys, it was actually a really good video. I actually enjoyed this. Antonio, this nigga shit is really fucking good. I hope you guys check out his channel. It's gonna be in the description down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and make sure you check out Antonio. It's gonna be in the description down below. And with that being said, I'm up out of here. Peace.